Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight for UFC 260 and Gano versus Miocic, part 2 for the UFC heavyweight title. And post-fight rundown of the main card. And this card was an amazing card. Some exciting finishes from top to bottom. From the first prelim to the main event, great finishes, and as you all know, I love my finishes. And to kick off the main card, post-fight rundown on the main card with my afterthoughts as always. So to kick off this main card in the lightweight division, we had Jamie Mullarkey versus Kama Worthy. This one I got wrong on my predictions. Mullarkey won. Jamie won first round KO punches. Amazing shot, clean shot, landed real clean on Kama Worthy. Bit shocked about this. I thought Kama for sure was going to win, but Jamie looked amazing. 46 seconds into the first round. This fight stayed standing, which is pretty much what I thought it would, but was not expecting a quick finish like this. Not a whole lot more to say about this fight than good job, Jamie. Then in the women's flyweight division, we had Miranda Maverick versus Jillian Robertson. Like I said on my pre-fight show, Miranda Maverick is the real deal. I think she's an outstanding grappler, complete fighter, smart lady with pursuing her PhD. And she won decision unanimous and basically just outclassed Jillian Robertson every bit of the way, every step of the way. Looked amazing, and she won unanimous decision. Then in the bantamweight division, we had Sean O'Malley versus Thomas Almeida, and I figured Sean O'Malley would bounce back with a win after suffering the loss to Marlon Cheeto Vera, and this is a KO punch round 3. It looked pretty amazing. There was moments where we all thought the referee was going to stop the fight, and then he let it go, and Sean O'Malley just kept teeing off and outpointing, outstriking him, and it kind of made you wonder, is Almeida going to get back in this fight and really put a clinic on O'Malley at some point? But that didn't really happen, and Sean O'Malley came back with a massive win, much needed win in his UFC career to keep the hype train going. And I think, like some of the other experts on, I believe MMA Junkie and maybe MMA On Point have said that he should fight a top 15 guy. I think Chael Sonnen said he needs to fight a top 15 guy, and maybe some of the other analysts said he needs to fight a top 15 guy. I am totally on board with that. I say, let's throw him in there, see what he's made of, and can't wait to see more of him. Always fun to watch. Then in the welterweight division, in the co-main event, we had Vicente Luque versus Tyron Woodley, and Vicente Luque looked like he might have been in trouble for a moment because Woodley was really putting the pressure on. And I thought, this is the Woodley we needed to see on the Gilbert Burns fight, but nonetheless, Woodley was looking good. At some spots he was rocking Vicente, and then Vicente was rocking Woodley, and looked like Woodley was barely hanging in there at some points. Then it went to the ground, and it was submission Doris choke. Round 1, 3 minutes 56 seconds into it. And Vicente Luque is the future of the welterweight division. I've been saying it, and this fight proved it. And again, if you watch my pre-fight show, I said Vicente Luque is the future of this division. And Tyron Woodley, I hope if he does decide to continue fighting, that he goes on to do well for himself, and if not, then I hope he gets into the Hall of Fame, UFC Hall of Fame, and is well regarded as a great welterweight champ, because he was a great UFC welterweight champ at one point in his career, and a top guy in Strikeforce before the UFC. I'll never forget that classic matchup he had with Nate Marquardt back in Strikeforce. Just really goes to show the level of skill that T. Wood has had throughout his career, and truly one of the greatest welterweight champs in his prime. Then we move on to the main event for the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the World, Francis Ngannou versus Stipe Miocic. And yeah, this is one of the two fights on the main card I got wrong, so I went 3-2 in my picks. Francis won second round, 52 seconds into a KO punch. I think that had Stipe not gone in for the kill shot, he wouldn't have got hit with that ending shot. And I think Stipe may have went on to lose round 2, just the way the fight was going. But then could he have bounced back and won, say, round 3, 4, and 5? Possibly. And had he even lost round 3, I could see a scenario where he would have really said, okay, this is do or die. I got to go in, get a finish in round 4 or 5, and then possibly get a finish, win the fight, or come close and maybe lose a close decision to Francis. But Stipe looked a little hesitant in that first round, which might have been actually part of the game plan, to wear out Francis in the first round and then try to do something in the second round. Francis looked great. Can't take anything away from him. He was able to deal with Stipe on the ground. He did a great sprawl, and he landed some clean shots. And Stipe looked like, I'm not going to let this guy get too much on me. I'm going to try to fight back and not gain too much momentum. And yeah, so it was a fun fight, and it was a nice, clean win for Francis Ngannou, and congrats to Francis Ngannou on becoming the UFC heavyweight champ of the world, undisputed. And Stipe, I hope, from a fan standpoint, I hope he doesn't retire. I think he should try to get back on the mantle, get back to the belt. I have mixed feelings on should there be an immediate rematch with Stipe. I feel like possibly give, if you're not going to do that, I would like to see a scenario where you put Francis versus either Derek Lewis or John Jones for the UFC heavyweight title in the main event of a pay-per-view card. Then Stipe versus UFC heavyweight top 10 ranked in the co-main event, and then if Stipe wins that, he faces the winner of Francis versus whoever Francis fought. I think that would be a great scenario. It's not like the UFC hasn't done this scenario before. I think, Francis is going to be hard to beat, but as we've seen in the heavyweight division in the past, anyone is beatable. And this is I've said it before, I've said it again. I don't care. I'm going to get flack for this, but the UFC heavyweight division is the most talent-rich division in all of MMA, as far as I'm concerned. There's a reason why no one's defended the belt 4 consecutive times, and only one's done it 3 times, and that's Stipe, and everyone else has done it 2 or less. You can't say that about the lightweight division. You can't say that about the welterweight. You definitely can't say that about the welterweight division. You can't say that about the light heavyweight division. You can't say that about the middleweight division, the flyweight division. Do I need to go on? So that proves that this is the most talent-rich division. Just people cannot hold on to that belt. And then people might win it back, but then they'll lose it. Um, so yeah. Anyways, that's my thoughts, and yeah, this was a great card. Watch a replay if watch a replay if you can, and stay tuned for my pre-fight for UFC on ABC, Till versus Vittori, and also I plan on doing a complete separate episode just dedicated to talking about my thoughts of UFC heavyweight champions, and um, yeah, how I think this whole thing is just so exciting right now. Anyhow, so maybe I'll shoot uh, just a dedicated video on my thoughts on the UFC heavyweight history and whatnot. Anyways, until then, see ya.